Okay, thank you very much. My name is Dave Warner. I'm the creative director of Minor Studios, and joining me today is our producer, Martin Repetto. Today, we're very excited to introduce you to Atmosphir. Atmosphir is a free, downloadable video game for Mac or PC. It's a platformer, meaning you're running and jumping around environments and dodging fireballs, kind of like we do in a Mario-style game. But what makes Atmosphir special is the design mode, where you can create your own video game adventures and then share them online with your friends, family, and the rest of the world. So Martin's beginning to use the design editor right now, and it's very simple to make a level in Atmosphir. You don't need to be a 3D artist or expert programmer. If you've built with Lego blocks before, you'll have an idea of how fast, fun, and easy this process is. We're just taking blocks from the media library on the left and snapping them onto a grid on the right. Now this grid in Atmosphir is 100 by 100 squares, and it can go up to 100 floors, meaning you have a possible building canvas of about 1 million spaces. So that's a pretty big size for your imagination. So we're currently in the adventure theme pack, and Martin is beginning to move into a different category, the connector platforms. And these help us get around the level a little bit easier. We have things like bridges, ladders, ramps, things that help us move between floors or between platforms in a given world. Now one of my favorite platforms is the moving platform. You create by just dragging and dropping a motion path tool. This will be invisible in the real game, and then you can put a moving platform on top of it. And you can change the speed and the orientation and all that sort of stuff. So you could create an elevator that catapults the player straight up in the air, or intricate jumping puzzles where you have to get your timing just right to jump across a pit or something. Now, since we're in the adventure theme, let's move into the props category to make our level look more like an adventure. So we have things like an Aztec head, or a fountain, or torches, or columns. Little thematic elements that add a little more character and life to our level. But while those add life to our level, something that takes life away from our level are the hazard props, which can actually kill your player. So we have things like this angry bird that shoots out fireballs and wants to melt your face off. Or we have little spike traps that you can jump across in timed intervals they'll spike up. Now, it's completely up to the level designer, sort of how their level works, the rules of their level. So you can say how many lives you want people to have, what the time limit is, if there's any secret passageways or treasures or power-ups, that sort of thing. So you can make your level as easy or challenging as you want. Martin's moved into a new theme set now, and this is the Sandcastle theme set. And now he has an entirely new set of blocks that he can mix into his existing level. We want to constantly be adding new theme sets into the world of Atmosphir. So you might wake up tomorrow and be able to get the pirate theme set with deserted islands and a sunken ghost ship, or the future theme pack with robots, gears, and deadly laser beams. Now, this just lends itself to all sorts of new gameplay experiences. We want to have a steady flow of downloadable content always coming into the game, and this just lends itself to a flexible revenue model based around virtual goods. All right, so to actually play our level, we have to put a start flag, and Martin's done that, so when we press the green play button, we can now play our level. So there's our character, Martin. He's the first of many characters we'll be introducing in the Atmosphir world. I'm sorry, I called him Martin, it's Cameron. And Cameron is running around and starting to explore the world that we just created. Now, moving around in the Atmosphir world is a very simple process. You can just use the arrow keys to move and the space bar to jump. So you can play this on a laptop, on an airplane, or in a coffee house. But for more advanced users, we do have a WASD plus mouse or mouse-only setup as well. So Martin can check out his level, and if he sees something he doesn't like or he wants to mix it up, he can go back into play mode and edit it, and then go back and play test again. And moving back and forth between design and play mode is part of the fun, and it's a great part of the process. Now, we made this level in about 3 minutes. Imagine what we could do in 15 minutes. Imagine what we could do in an hour. Imagine what we could do if we took a draft of a level and then sent it to a friend, and they collaborated with us, and together we created a new epic adventure. When Martin's done with this level, he can add it to the Play browser, and this is the global community of all the different levels that people have made in the world of Atmosphir. So you get a little description about the level and a thumbnail picture that gives you a visual indication of what that level is going to be like. And you're always going to have the latest and coolest levels at the top of the page, so every time you fire up the game, there'll be something new to challenge you and play with. Now, not only can you play a level, but if a designer has left their level unlocked, you can design in it too. So you can take it as a template and modify it and make it your own and do something unique to it. All right, so that's a quick look at the game. Let's look at some of the creative levels that some people have made using the level editor. So you don't have to just make an environment. You can make a sculptural thing, like a dog or a dragon. You can make atmospheric effects like color or sound to change the different environments and mood of your level. One of the initial theme packs is the Forest Treehouse theme pack. You can make these huge 100-story trees to jump around the branches inside. It's really easy to make huge, complex levels in just a matter of minutes in Atmosphir. The sandcastle theme pack is great. It's just like building a real sandcastle, except now you can add fireballs and quicksand and actually kill people. And you can add secret messages and clues in your levels and numbers and shout-outs to conference attendees if you like. So this is undoubtedly the next big step that the video game industry is taking. More and more modern games, from Halo to Guitar Hero, are adding content creation tools and putting them in the hands of an online community, which leads to unpredictable, creative, and entertaining results. So what we've seen today is the core game. Atmosphir is free to play. It's cross-platform. It works on Mac and PC. And does it work on Linux? Yep, okay, good. And it's also a custom-built engine that we're continuing to optimize and improve every single day. Now, while Atmosphir is starting out as a platformer game, these are only the foundational building blocks of a much bigger concept. We want to become an environment where almost any video game idea is possible through the inclusion of new theme packs and blocks. So what happens when you take one of these Atmosphir levels and you add in a vehicle block, like a go-kart or a tank? What happens when you add in sports blocks and you can make your own multiplayer sports games and then in your own rules and then compete with other people online in a multiplayer environment? What happens when you take the zombie apocalypse theme pack and you mix it with the 8-bit old school pixelated theme pack? Our goal is to become the online interactive equivalent of Lego. As we continue to evolve and add in new blocks, genres, rules, characters, gameplay elements, and more, we're just making a deeper toolbox for our designers and a more engaging experience for our players. Atmosphir launches in limited beta today. You can sign up right now at atmosphir.com with a worldwide release scheduled before the end of the year. And please stop by and check us out at the demo pit later. We're going to have the computer set up. You can come and design a level and play a level, or you can play anything or edit anything that you've seen here today. So, thank you very much for your time, and take care.
Woo! Well done, man.
So,
Now that's what I'm talking about.
this is out of Minor Studios, which their last company was Grand Central, which now reports to Bradley. So, you gonna buy this one too?